how do you like these rankings? How do you like these rankings? What about this ranking? And it's always just some random rankings that don't even make any sense. Like I remember I watched I saw a ranking where it had like K-State like number 6 or something. It was bizarre.
Phil Steele had K-State ranked number 6 in the Big 12. Well, the betting odds, according to FanDuel Sportsbook, has K-State as the number 1 odds. They have them at
Right.
plus 500, meaning if you bet $100 on K-State to win the Big 12, you'd win $500, which is the best odds by far. Because if you look at number 16 there, UCF, you have to bet $100. If you bet $100, you'd win $6,500. That's what they think of the Golden Knights down in Orlando. So, your thoughts here on the title odds? For me, I feel like BYU not being in the top half, I don't agree with that. I think KU should be in the bottom half. BYU should be in the top half. And I do not for the life of me understand why Utah is number 2 in Big 12 title odds, man. I do not get it at all.
That's like the biggest question mark on this these title odds. I mean, Utah, what did they show last season to give us any sort of like foundation to say, oh yeah, like I think they're going to come back and be the second best team in the league? Like they were nowhere to be found.
Because their head coach maybe and what they've done in the past, I guess.
It doesn't. Well, then if that's the case, then why in the world is Oklahoma State so low? Because you're not going to sit there and tell me that Kyle Whittingham is such an amazing coach and he can turn around a program that was supposed to be top, 2, and it didn't turn out that way. And then you're not going to give Mike Gundy the credit, who literally went to the Big 12 championship game the year before last year. I mean, this guy, like, how are you putting him so low? Because and Utah so high. If you're going to give me the coach spiel or whatever, then you got to give me Oklahoma State as well. Like, you got to put them up there because Mike Gundy.
Oklahoma State should be higher. Oklahoma State should be higher. KU should be lower. I agree. Utah should be lower. Iowa State should be higher. Here's how I would do it. I'd have K-State 1. I would have Arizona State 2. Baylor 3, Iowa State 4. That would be my top
4. Ooh, snubbing Texas Tech out of the top 4. I see.
They've never won the Big 12. They always cap out at 8
I wouldn't
wins.
say that. I wouldn't go so far as to say that they'll win the Big 12. I won't go so far as to say that they'll win the Big 12, but I can't say that Iowa State is going to be top 4 this year. Nothing against Iowa State. I just feel like they lost a lot of pieces, and this is going to be a rebuild year. I feel like this is a rebuild. Like, not only did I have a lot of faith in, like, I had called this is, the year of K-State. I called it literally like all year last year, that the year of K-State's 2025. That's going to be the year where K-State shows its dominance throughout the conference, because of like where Avery Johnson's projection will be and all the pieces that are supporting him. And I look around the Big 12 and the colossal failures that happened last season caused so many teams to get a new coach, basically, build up from the ground up. Like Texas Tech just literally threw the wallet at the transfer portal. Like, maybe that might work. Maybe it won't. Who knows? It worked for Ohio, but Ohio is a little bit deeper than Texas Tech is, I think. Like Arizona is going to be scary, but they lost, Cam Scatterboot. Baylor, I think, is the most, like, other than K-State, the dangerous team to look at. I think Baylor is probably the second best team, other than, it's like Baylor and K-State back to back, and they get to play each other this year. So that's going to be fun to watch. TCU is going to be a dangerous offensive team. They're through the roof. Expect a lot of high scoring out of those games. I mean, I would, shoot for the over on almost every game, because TCU does not have a good defense. But KU, rebuild year. Iowa State, rebuild year. BYU lost their quarterback. Cincinnati, trash. Colorado, rebuild year. Houston, They're ahead of schedule, but still need a little bit more work. Mountaineers, new coach. Arizona, trash. Oklahoma State, rebuild year. UCF, new coach and rebuild. I mean, it's like more than half the league is rebuilding their roster, rebuilding their teams. So I would expect a lot of those teams, given the state, if they do stick with it, if a lot of these players don't just leave and coaching staff doesn't just get shuffled every year, if there's continuity with these teams that are rebuilding, they're going to be scary in a couple years. But I just don't see it this year.
I would have West Virginia at number 16. I would. Their defense was the worst in the Big 12 last year. And they got whole new what's everything. I would have them as the worst team. I would have Colorado in the bottom 4. I would probably
your top 4. You said give me your bottom 4.
Okay, I'll give the top 4 and I'll give the bottom 4, and then the middle 8 are pretty interchangeable. Top 4: K-State, Arizona State, Baylor, Iowa State. That's my top 4. My bottom 4 would be West Virginia, Arizona, UCF, and Colorado. I think Colorado's going to be terrible this year. Come at me, Colorado fans. I think you guys are going to be terrible this year. I think K-State's going to beat you guys by about 30 to 40 this year. What's your top 4 and bottom 4?
Okay. My top 4: K-State, Baylor, Arizona State, and I'll say Texas Tech. I'll give Texas Tech the 4th place. I'll see that, I don't believe in the wallet, but I know the wallet's effective. The bottom 4 in this order has to go Arizona first as the worst team. Then I'll put UCF. Then I'll put Cincinnati. And then I'll put West Virginia. I think Cincinnati, Brandon Sorsby, not a fan.
I think they have enough in the tank to make some noise in the middle of the Big 12.
I just
they went
like,
5-7 last year. Did they beat Arizona State or almost beat them? Like, they were.
Here's my reasoning. I remember you specifically talking about how teams feed off of their coaching a lot. And I don't believe in Cincinnati coach. I don't believe in the Arizona coach at all. And then the other 2 are coaches that are coming in fresh. So UCF and Mountaineers. And this isn't going to be Bill Snyder 2.0 kind of coming in. This is literally like, they're not Bill Snyder. Okay. Like, they're not going to have that same effect. Okay. So you can't say, oh, well, what, these are coaches that used to be here and they were successful. No, well, that's not the same. It's not the same. So that's why I'm putting those 4 teams in the bottom. Just because, like, I agree with what you made this sentiment last season. You're like, they feed off of coaching. And so I'm like, yeah. And you know what? I think Colorado's coaching staff is much better than those 4 teams combined. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They've got like some of the most elite coaches out there. So that'll at least get you a couple games, getting that leadership, getting the guys to believe in you. I mean, say what you want about Colorado. The players that play there, like, they're getting great coaching and they're buying in, because it's very easy for a player to buy into a professional, like, player, as their coach. Whereas, like, some random, guy from Arizona or wherever he's from, like, it's like they may not buy into it, So it's kind of like one of those things where you might have better players that are more coachable. But I think at the end of the day, none of that really matters. The only thing that really matters is that both of us called K-State to be number 1, and I couldn't agree more. I think K-State's going to take it this year. This is the year of K-State. Okay,
They
and
deserve K-State deserves to be the betting favorite. They do.
And this is amazing too, because if Avery Johnson stays one more year after this year, and he's healthy, and Lincoln Cure's coming on a sophomore year, like I mean, it's gonna be wild.
If we can get Avery to stay one more year, that would be exciting.
Back-to-back Big 12 champions.
I think move Utah down, move Iowa State up, and outside of that, I mean, pretty interchangeable, honestly. Move everyone else at maybe 1 or 2 spots, but outside of that, I feel like I don't think this is going to be the year like last year where we had the 16th team win the Big 12, and that's why they did away with the preseason media rankings, because they felt like that hurt Arizona State last year, and it did. So, but we know who number 16 is based off of betting odds. So.